Right, so Google Meet. Let's talk a little bit about Google Meet. Now, most of us have gotten very, very familiar with using Google Meet because we've been using it for now about 18 months. And, it was the way that we were getting in contact with our students. Well, we're still going to be using it sometimes, especially if some of our students are not well and they need to stay home, or something else happens. So we want to make sure that we know about all the goodies that are coming out and the goodies that we actually have available to us right now. Now, I'm going to tell you some of this stuff. If you're a substitute, you're not going to have access to some of this. And I will tell you when I get to those parts that you won't have access to, because we only have certain number of licenses and they're only for certified teachers that are actually in the classroom right now. So if you are a substitute, or you are an assistant in a classroom, some of this stuff you will not have access to. And I apologize for that, but that's just the way that the licenses happen from Google. Okay. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about, of course, is we have a raise your hand. So when you click on the raise your hand, everybody in the classroom sees that somebody has raised their hand. It comes out as a little message on the side. Everybody sees it, not just the teacher. Everyone sees it. So that way, make sure that that person can get called on, right? We have the present now, which is what I'm using right now. And when you click present now, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you, do you want to use your entire screen? And most people want to use their entire screen because it gives if if you're a clicker, you might want to use it all. I use a window only because I have a large screen and sometimes I just want to go from place to place to place. Or you can use a tab. Now, if you're using video or you're using sound, you definitely want to use a tab. You just need to remember that when you go to another tab, if you want to show them that tab, that you have to start sharing that tab out. It'll tell you at the top, okay? So that's one of the things that you can do. And you can present, and then when you're done presenting, of course, you're going to turn that off, all right? Now, here's some settings in here, okay? So I'm going to click on that. Okay, for teachers, for not for students, only for teachers accounts, they're going to have the option to change your background. You're going to see my background. I've got the tie-dye going on in behind me. But what you do is you click change background. Okay, and you're going to have the option of blurring out your background, or really blurring your background. And then there's going to be a little plus sign. Now, it's not there for everybody just yet, but it will be there soon, where you will be able to add a custom background. This right here, this tie-dye, this is a custom background that I found. I found this this picture, and I said I want to use that for my background when I am doing when I'm doing presentations and different things like that. So I use this one. There's a whole bunch in here to choose from that are already here, but you can be able to use custom backgrounds for a teacher. We're not going to let students do that. No way. Okay. All right. So that's how we do the backgrounds. Now, of course, when you click the leave call button, it's going to ask you if you are the host. Only the host will see this. Do you want it to just leave the call, or do you want to end the call for everyone? Always end the call for everyone. If you're getting out of that meet, you don't want to leave kids in there. You don't leave the school with your door wide open, the lights are on, and the door's unlocked, and you leave the school. No, you make sure the lights are off, the door is locked, and no one is left in there. Same thing when you leave a call. Always end it for everyone. And I'll show that to you here in just a minute once I get out of this meet, okay? All right, right over here, that shows everyone, and it tells you how many people are actually in the meet with you. Now, if you are presenting, that counts as 2 people. So keep that in mind, okay? And right is with the chat, you have a chat feature. Now, somebody who comes in late to the meet, they're not going to see the chat that was going on before they got there. They're only going to see the chat that since they have been in the meet. If you leave the meet, the chat's going to go away. Now, if you are a teacher in our school district and you have recorded the meet, you've recorded your session, you're going to get a recording of the chat as well. It's going to come out as a text on a Google document, and it'll list down which users asked for what or said what within the meet. So that's something to have, again, as your documentation for different purposes, okay? And you can also let everyone send messages, or you can turn that off completely so that way no one can message to each other. That will be up to you.